Hey everyone, welcome to Data Millennials. I'm Atul, and in this video we are going to discuss about the numeric data type in Python. So in Python, numeric data type store the numeric values, and there are three different type of numeric data type, that is integer, float and complex value, and all of these three data types belongs to the Python number data type. Number objects are created when you assign a value to them. For example, if I take a variable a, and in this if I assign 4 and then if I print it, you will see that you have the value 4, and this 4 is assigned to this variable a, but this number object are created when this 4 was assigned to this variable, and at that time the data type of this variable was decided by Python, so it's going to be a integer. So if I print type of variable a, you will see that we are getting class as int. So let's go and create example to see how we can use these three numeric data type. So the first type is this integer type. So let me just copy this from here and put it over here. Okay, so in for this example what we are going to do is that we are going to take a birth year, and then we are going to put it into a string. So let's first declare the birth year. So we have birth year is equal to 2024, let's say, and then we are going to print that the type of variable having value, and now we want to print this value which is birth year. Okay, so we are going to give birth value after this comma, and then again we are going to give this comma is, let me add some white spaces, and then we are going to put the type of birth year. Okay, so with this example we are trying to use the strings and the integer value, but this type of this birth year will not change. It will only get created, this birth year will only get created when 2024 was assigned to this variable. So let's run this cell, and we can see that we have the output, the type of variable having value 2024 is class of int, right? So this integer type can be of any length such as 10 to 29 minus 20 or minus 50 also. Let's say that if I'm taking a variable a equal to minus 150, and if I print a as well as print the type of a, you will see that the class is int only. Python has no restriction on the length of integer, its value should belong to the int class only. Now let's take an example of this float variable or floating point real number, which is the another type of numeric data type. So for this, let's take the same example. Okay, over here let's say that salary. Okay, or instead of salary let's put money invested. Okay, so the money invested is 25,353.76. Okay, let's copy this money invested and put it over here and over here. Okay, let's run this. So you can see that we are getting the output that the type of variable having value 25,353.76 is of class float. Okay, so float is used to store the floating point number, for example like this, or you can put n numbers after, not n number but actually you can put the decimal points in floating variable, and it is accurate up to 15 decimal points. So you can, while declaring, you can also put up till 15 decimal points, and it will always give you the accurate value till 15 decimal points only. Okay, now let's talk about the complex variable. So a complex variable or a complex number contains an ordered pair. For example, it would be x plus iy, where x and y will denote the real and imaginary part respectively. So let's take an example saying that if I have a complex value Let's say I'm putting complex underscore value as my new variable in which I'm going to put 57 plus 2j. Okay, now if I again take this part and put it over here, let's paste complex value over here and over here. Let's run it. So you can see that we are getting the output that a type of variable having value 57 plus 2j is class complex. So the complex number will always have an imaginary part and the real part. And one of the another thing that we need to note about this complex number is that we cannot convert the complex number into any another number type. So we can convert this float to integer or integer to float, but we cannot convert this complex number to any other numerical type. So this is a very basic simple example of the numerical data type in Python. In our next video, we are going to see the dictionary data type. Happy learning and see you in the next video.